striking down on bolts of azure lightning, the Stormcast Eternals of the defenders of Azir's Stormhost shine like falling stars amidst the shrouded forests of Gur. The battlefield they have entered is buried in fog clouding all around them. As they seek the ancient treasures of the realm for their god king Sigmar, little do they know that they are somehow being challenged. Skaven of the clans Pestilence have risen from their underground warrens in search of these valuable assets in order to power their vicious poison-spewing machines and spells. As both forces meet upon the battlefield while stumbling upon one another through the thick fog, battle is joined. Welcome to the mortal realms of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. In today's battle report for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, we'll be playing the open war battle plan Buried in the Fog. This is one of the battle plans from the January edition of the White Dwarf Battle Bunker 2024. Now, deployment is rather interesting in this scenario. Units will randomly come on the board in different parts of the battlefield, or indeed they may have to be placed in reserve and be set up later on the battlefield. Now, the objective of the game is to discover the hidden riches, which will be around some of the terrain features on the battlefield. You'll need to continuously roll dice at the end of each of your turns if you've got units near them and your enemy doesn't, and effectively you can try and dig up these treasures, and once a treasure has been gathered from one of these special sites, the treasure can no longer be guaranteed from that. Now, you can potentially drop the treasure you carry. They're effectively objective markers you carry around with the unit that does dig them up, and the player that has the most of these at the end of the game will win. There's also a cool little bonus as well called They've Got It. We add one to wound rolls for attacks if you're actually targeting a unit that has the treasure. I'll be playing with the Stormcast Eternals today, using the Scions of the Storm version of the army and taking the Knights Excelsior subfaction. For my Holy Command as well, I'll be taking the Unleash Thy Hatred Holy Command to give our Paladin units some extra boost. Leading our force is a Lord Celestine and Stardrake. We've equipped them with the Celestine Hammer, the Mirror Shield artifact for missile weapon protection, and taken the Celestial Instincts mount trait to stop us getting locked in combats we don't want to be in. Our command trait is also Master of the Celestial Menagerie to make our Stardrake harder to wound. Next we have a Lord Imperaton. This model is fantastic for its ability to give us some extra command point usage for free during the game, and he is ever accompanied by his loyal Gryph-hound. Lastly for our characters is a Lord Relictor who has taken the Translocation Prayer for some extra movement across the battlefield. For our battle line units, we have 3 Annihilators with shields and hammers. Like all paladins, they do become battle line in the Knights Excelsior subfaction. Next we have 5 Decimators. They're a fantastic horde killing unit that get more attacks when they're outnumbered. We then have 5 Protectors whose large spears allow them to smack projectiles out of the air and even give them a better armor save. This unit has been upgraded with a singular Star Soul Mace. Lastly, for our battle line units, we have a reinforced unit of Retributors who have been equipped with 2 Star Soul Maces for even more mortal wound damage output. Lastly, in our other units, we have a unit of Questa Soulsworn, the unique Stormcast Eternals Warcry Warband that has some decent melee power and the ability to teleport around the battlefield once per game. Jed will be playing with his good old Skaven army today with a heavy Clan Pestilence theme. Leading his force will be a Plague Priest on Plague Furnace with the Master of Rotten Ruin command trait to give bonuses to its chanting rolls. It has also taken the Disease Prayer. We have a second Plague Priest on Plague Furnace joining the General, this time with the Filth Prayer. And a third Plague Priest joins them as well, this time on foot however, and the Plague Priest here has the Rabid Prayer. Lastly, for characters, we have a Verminlord Corruptor carrying the Blade of Corruption artifact and using the spell Flaming Weapons for some extra damage boost. For Battle Line, we have 3 units of Plague Monks. These are all similar units. They have all become Battle Line thanks to having some Clan Pestilence heroes, and the units will have the pairs of Photo Blades as their weapon option. All 3 have been reinforced once each as well, and have all the standard upgrades Bringer of the Word, Standard Bearer, and Plague Harbinger in them as well. In our other units, we then have 2 units of Plague Censer Bearers. One of these 2 units has been reinforced to be 10 models strong, the other remaining 5 models strong and unreinforced. And lastly, rounding out the force, we have 2 Plague Claw catapults providing some long-range fire support to the army. And so here is our table all deployed. We now need a roll to see where the units come off. So I'm going to pick my first unit. We're going to start with the big old Lord Celestin on Star Drake. Where is he coming on? 5, so he's going to be on the far flank. Alrighty, so you're going to go for your Plague Priest next. Roll a dice, and let's see where he goes. A 2, so he'll go in your second zone there. I'm then going to roll. I'll roll for the big unit Retributors. They got a 4. Right, rolling for your Plague Claw catapults. So you've got a 3. I'll roll for the Lord Imperator next. 1, so he has to go in reserve. You've got your second Plague Claw to roll for. That's going to have to go in reserve. I'll then go for the Lord Relictor, who also is going in reserve. First of your Plague Furnaces got a 6, so you can choose what square he goes in. So Plague Furnace is down, you then got your Catapult Priest, I've got the Retributors and Star Drake going. Next, I'll do the Annihilators. Reserve. Okay. Your other Plague Furnace will get a 4. The next Plague Furnace over there, I'll then go the Protectors. In reserve. Oh my god, can I have units on the table, please? You've got your Vermin Lord next. 6. You can choose where he goes. I've got the Decimators next. They got a 3. So, Decimators deploy down as there. Your next unit, you've got some Plague Sensibaries. A 1, they're in reserve. And then my last unit is the Questa Soulsworn. I've got a 2. Alright, first unit of 20 Plague Monks. 4. So we do have 3 other units to roll for. You've got 2 other units of 20 Plague Monks, so we'll roll for both of them to see where they come on. A 2. And go again, so for the other Plague Monks, 3. So you've essentially got a Plague Monk unit there, there, and there. And then a unit of 10 Sensibearers. 4 will go 2, 3, 4 there as well. Alright, so we have everything deployed down. I've got the Quest of Soulsworn back here. We obviously have the Decimators. We then have the big unit Retributors and the Star Drake on the other flank. You've got Plague Monks in each of these 3 zones. You've got your Sensibearers there, a Furnace on the far flank, Furnace in the centre with the Vermin Lord and your Plague Claw Catapult, and also your little Plague Priest behind there. In reserve, I've got a ton of the Stormcast, the Protectors, the Annihilators, Lord Relictor, and Lord Imperator. And for the Skaven, you've got another one of your Catapults and a unit of 5 Sensibearers in there. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. And so, first turn, it is going to be going to the Skaven. So, first of all, we will generate some command points. Skaven are going first, so they'll generate 2 to begin with. I'll get 3 for the Stormcast, because we've both got our generals on the table, luckily. It's my only hero that came on, was my general. And then we go into heroic actions. So we're going to go heroic leadership. Which one of your characters is going to try and generate the command point for heroic leadership? The Furnace at the front there, so on a 4+, it'll generate a command point that only it can use. And my Star Drake will do the same, and he does not. Alrighty, so who are we going to cast a prayer with first? We're going to go on the general, so he does Rabid after you kill your Vermin Lord there. So on a 3+, he gets +1, so he's a 2+, so he succeeds. So with that 5+, because you get to add +1, this allows you to do Great Plague. You're immediately going to do the Nether Plague. And what that does allows you to reroll Chanting Rocks for all your Plague Priests now for the game. But Disease will go off. Who is that going to go on to? Yep, on the unit of 20 Plague Monks there. We have Filth on the far flank here, which will be another 6. So that's a second Great Plague able to be used. Alright, so you did roll a Great Plague, however, none of them in range, so you don't have to choose to use it, so you're not going to. There's no reason to waste one. But you are going to put Filth on the Plague Sensibearers there. And then lastly, you got your Plague Priest over the side. And he actually fails and will deal a mortal wound to himself. And so the Vermin Lord will go Mystic Shield on himself to begin with. And that is an 8 cast. I've got nothing I can do about that. So that'll be the end of the hero phase and go into movement. Alrighty, so movement-wise, you've just moved your units forward here. You've kept some units in the backfield near your Norhole and just near the treasures so you can try and find them. So this is going to be shooting next, because you've got that, so your Plague Claw. Alrighty, so shooting-wise, you've just got your Plague Claw. It's going to target the Retributors. So we have, on attack, needs a 2 to hit, and a 2 to wound, and wounds, so this is -2. I have a 2+ base save, so this is going to 3 to a 4-up save. All that defense means I do go to a 3+ again, so I'm saved. And so that's it for your shooting. So we do have some searches to do. So first of all, one unit within an inch of this can search, as this is one of the terrain features. So which unit would you like to pick?
Furnace.
Yep, going to go the Furnace. So he rolls 2d6. He, on the first roll, does need to roll double 6s to find it. He does not, but this does put a search point on it. And then you've also got this one over here. Which unit's going to search for this?
Catapult.
Catapult. So once again, needs double 6. Nope, but it will put a search point on it. Alright, and so with that, that's the end of the Skaven's turn. We'll now go into Stormcast. I have no magic to speak of. I've just got heroic action. So the Star Drake will try and generate a CP, I guess, on a 4+. He does. And you can generate a CP on one of your heroes if you wish. Nope, don't get to. And so after that, it's just movement for Stormcast. We had nothing left in the hero phase. Stay there with the Knight Questers. We then moved up both the Decimators and the Retributors onto the 2 territories, the objectives, and then the Star Drake just moves in front of the ruined Wizard's Tower there as well. Going into shooting, we've got the Star Drake to call down his Rain of Stars next. Alright, so we are going to go with the Rain of Stars. I'm going to go a command point for all-out attack. I might as well. So this means my Rain of Stars will hit on 2s against your Plague Monk unit there. So 2s to hit and 2s to wound. They will all wound. So this will be damage 8 in total, because it will go straight through your Plague Monk's armor. And so you will have 8 6-up saves to make thanks to the mystical terrain. These are wards. You make 2 of them, so only 6 will go down. And so 6 of them go down. I've then just got to search for some treasure because there's no charges to declare at the end here. So we'll start with the Questers at the back here, rolling 2d6. Oh, so close. In the center here, we've got the Arcane Ruins. Nope, that will do nothing, so that will just tick that to a 1 as well. We then have the Ruins in the center, so 2d6. Again, I get the 6, but not the other dice needed, so 1 will tick there. And lastly, for the Wizard's Tower. So 2d6 for the Wizard's Tower, no. And so, no Battle Shock, as you are within range at the Plague Furnace, which makes you immune to Battle Shock, and you had plenty of command points anyway. The end of round 1, no one has picked up any treasure so far, so we are going to go priority for turn 2 next. So, priority for turn 2, Stormcast get a 4, Skaven get a 5. Do they wish to take it or give it away?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Skaven are going to take turn 2. And so, hero phase wise, we do have prayers to do next. So, we are going to go with, who's going to do your prayer first? Yep, Filth on the far flank. Goes off. So Filth is going on the Center Bearers. Yep. And you've got Rabid from the Center Plague Furnace. 6, so that will be a Great Plague. So you're not going to declare a Great Plague going off as you're not within range of anything to really use it, but you are going to put Disease on those Plague Monks. And you have your Plague Priest at the back there as well, who gets his prayer off as well. Yep. So Rabid going for your Vermin Lord. Now I did use the heroic action for giving me a Dispel, so go for it, see what you can get. It goes off. This is going to be for flaming weapons on your Vermin Lord. I need an 11 to beat, and I do not, so he will have flaming weapons off. That's it for the hero phase, so we'll go into movement and come back after it's all done. First things up in your movement phase, your Vermin Lord has moved. I am going to declare a redeploy for a command point on the Decimators there, so I get a D6-inch move. For 5, I'll take that. Right, so Skaven have finished their movement. First of all, your Plague Monks, Furnace, Censer Bearers, Vermin Lord, as you saw, moved, and then I redeployed. Just keeping some stuff over there near the objectives, but you have brought on your reserves, which is the other Plague Lord Catapult and the Censer Bearers. So, we're going to Skaven shooting. So, your first Plague Lord Catapult, which one are you going to do first out of the two?
Yeah.
Yep. Is going to target my Retributors. I'm going to declare all that defense immediately. You are 2s to hit though, because you have a targeting unit with 10 or more models. Hits, 2s to wound. No, fails to wound. So your second catapult gets to go for 2s and 2s as well. Hits, and 2s to wound. Wounds, so this will be a 3+ save thanks to all our defense. And saved. So, charge-wise, because you've got no more shooting, he's out of range. Prehensile tails are only 6 inch. He's going to try and declare a charge into the well, he doesn't have to declare decimated to begin with, but he's got 8. He needs at least an 8. I think they're going to be longer there anyway, so see if you can get the 8s. No, you can choose to reroll if you want for a CP.
Yeah.
Why not? Going for it. And gets 11. Alright, so starting off combat, you're going to pick the first unit, which is going to be your, obviously, Vermin Lord here. So 2d6 attacks with his Plague Reapers will get him 11 attacks. Oh dear. Alright, so using all out attack, I'm going to be spending another command point here for all out defense. Very much needed, because you're damage 3 with flaming weapons now. So, first of all, 2s to hit. There are some 1s in there. Lots of 1s in there, wow. And so he's +1 to wound as well. He did use his Lord of Pestilence, sorry, not all out attack, so he gets +1 to hit and wound instead for a Pestilence unit. So 2s to wound. Alright, so these are going to be 3-up saves on the Decimators. Failed 2, so that is 2 dead. And then another 2 wounds because of the mortals. So, we have the Decimators fighting back. They are 5 attacks each, +1 for the champion. Unfortunately, you're not a big unit, so I don't get extra attacks. So, we are 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. There'll be 5 wounds on him. These will be at -2. So, 5 6-up saves, because you're a 4 at base. 6-up saves to begin with, save 1, and then you've got a 5-up ward as well. So you save another, take 3. And so, end of the combat phase, on a 4+, you'll do D3 mortal wounds. You will not, thankfully. I've lost 2 models there. You do not have any minuses to my bravery, so I believe I'm bravery 8. I am bravery 7, so I'm going to choose to take the battle shock test on them. On a 6, I lose a model. No, I'm fine. So, searching for treasure, you've now got this one, which will succeed on an 11 on 2d6. No, but it will tick up another value. You've then got this one at the back here as well, which will succeed on 11 as well. Nope, but it will tick up in value. And so we've then got the Plague Monks testing for the Ruin, which will succeed on 11. No. And so it goes into Stormcast turn 2. I have a heroic action. I'm going to try and generate a CP on a thing. I do. You can try and generate a CP on one of your heroes if you wish. Vermlord's going to try. He does not. With that, that's the end of my hero phase. We'll go into movement for the Stormcast turn 2. So movement is all done. We had the Retribues and Stardrake move up, and then we brought on our reserves. We have the Protectors, the Lord Imperator, and we have the Lord Relic over there, and the Annihilators, just making sure no Skaven decide to jump through a gnaw we me. We have some shooting to go, so I'm going to go with the Stardrake, who will now target the Plague Censer Bearers directly in front of him. We are going to spend the CP he generated for all our attacks, so this will be hitting on 2s. With 3 hits, and we'll be wounding on 2s for 2 wounds. These are -3, so you do have a Plague Censer Bearer there. So 4 damage all up. You need to roll them 1 at a time, because you've got a 6-up ward on 1 dude that's in range of the terrain. Note he dies, and then the other 3 damage goes through, so it'll be 4 damage on the unit. Full Lord Imperator will shoot at the Vermin Lord. He has D6 attacks for 5. These will hit on 3s for just 1 hit. Wound on a 3, no, nothing. And so with that, I'm going to go into charges. We will start with the big boy. The Star Drake will go first with a 9. And then the Retributors will charge as well. So 2d6 charge for them. 4. I will spend my last CP to reroll for 7. So end of the charge phase, we do have monstrous rampages, so you can choose to stomp here, I guess, or roar with your Vermin Lord. I'm going to choose to stomp with the Star Drake though, so I'll do mine first. He's going to stomp your Plague Sensor Bearers, so he does for D3 mortals for 1, so 1 wound on a Plague Sensor Bearer. So you're going to stomp with the Vermin Lord as well on a 2+. He does D3 mortal wounds for 2. So you will kill one and then put the wound back on the other. Now you did kill that dude next to you, so 3 dice. On 6s he explodes back next to you. 1 mortal wounds, so a 5-up ward save on the Vermin Lord from it. Saved. So to begin with, first of all, we are going to go with the Retributors piling in there. I've got the Star Soul Mace. This is going to go into the Plague Furnace on a 2-up. It does D3 mortal wounds. And we'll do D3 for 2. This will be 2 4-up saves on the Plague Furnace. Takes a wound to begin with. And then the other Retributors into it will be hitting on 3s. 6s do 2 mortals. I missed once and do 4 mortal wounds to you. And then 3s to wound. So that'll be 6 saves at -2 on the Plague Furnace. Alright, so 6-up armor saves to begin with. None, so that is going to double to 12 damage. Plus the 4 mortal wounds, so 16 damage in total. These will be on your 4-up ward. And so, these will be on your 4-up ward. That one's cocked. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you'll have 11 wounds taken in total. And then just 1 Retributor into the Plague Monks, hitting on 3. So that'll be 2 mortals, so 2 of them will just die. And then 2 wounds, which will just go straight through your armor. So that'll be 6 dead. Alright, so you actually move 6 Plague Monks that were within 3 inch of the Star Drake. So you now get to roll 6 dice. For each 6, it's a mortal wound on the Star Drake. 2. And yeah, so Star Drake's going to take 2 wounds. Alright, so Rabbit gives you +1 attack. You would be +1 to wound due to being near some Plague Monks. However, my command trait will mean you're -1 to wound. So you're 4 attacks each, 3s and 3s. And then 3s to wounds. Wow, that was not the greatest roll. So 4 saves to make. The Decimators will now hit your Vermin Lord. They are going to, you know what? They're almost dead. So we are going to spend my last command point to go all-out attack. Alright, so you're going to go all-out defense with your last command point. I am then going to be 3s to hit. No mortal wounds on these guys, unfortunately. And 3s to wound. So that'll be 5 at -2, but you've got +1 save. So you're on a 4-up, and then effectively -1. So you're on a 5-up save with a 5-up wall. Past 2, and just 1 damage apiece. So 3 5-up wards. Takes another 3. And so I just failed to bracket him, so he's going to attack back with 2d6 attack still. At 11 again, wow. And so he will be hitting on 3s. So 3s to hit. So we don't even need a roll to wound because you just killed me on mortal wound output there. But there's 6 dice to try and explode into your Vermin Lord. And I will do 3.
So 3 5-up wards needed. Take 2 wounds back. So I'm going to put all my 1-inch range attacks with the Star Drake into the Sensor Bearers, and then everything else into the Plague Monks after I pile in. So the Great Claws are the 1-inch range attack. They are 3s to hit. And they are 3s to wound. Just 1. The -2, so it goes straight through, so it kills 1 outright. And puts a wound on another. And then we've got the attacks into the monks. So the Celestine Hammer is 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s. Just 1, but it is Ren -2, so it kills 2 Plague Monks. And then we have D6 attacks from my Sweeping Tail for 3. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. Wow, nothing from that. He fluff. 2 dice into him from those dead Plague Monks on 6s. I will deal with mortal wounds. So I rolled 2 dice for your last 2 remaining Sensor Bearers on 2s. He eats both the Sensor Bearers that are left, and then he'll eat a monk as well. Alrighty, so your Plague Monks, all 4 that are left of them, you are hitting on 3s. Those 2 6s there though, they'll become -2. 3 6s, sorry. So we'll do the 2 regular ones. These need a wound on 4s. They do. These are on my base 3-up save. I failed both. And then these wound on 4s as well. Only 1, but this will be 3, 4, 5-up. Watch me pass this one. Nope, take 3. Alright, so Plague Furnace is the last thing to go. D3 plus 2 mortal wounds on a 2+. Gets it, so D3 plus 2. For 3. I'll remove one of these guys. Yep, so D3 attacks then with your Warpstone Tip Staff. For 2, we'll hit on 3s. 1 hit and wound on 3s. Nope. You'll then have 6 attacks for your Photoed Blades. You'll hit on 3s. 1 miss. 4s to wound. So it's 4. These will be on my base save, 2-up. Saved them all. And then you've got the Rusty Spikes, which now will have 4 attacks. You're only on 12. 4 attacks. We'll hit on 3s. 2 hits and wound on 3 as well. Just the 1. And save. Alright, Ren -1, so I'll do a wound. 2 dudes did explode into the furnace, so we'll roll dice. 6s. We'll do another mortal wound to the furnace. So on a 4-up, it ignores it. Nope, takes another mortal. So I am going to auto pass on the Retributors. You're automatically passing anyway. So now I've got a test for some of the treasures. So I need an 11 down here with the questers. And they get it, so there'll be 1 treasure token here to begin with. We will go with the Protectors needing a 10. No, so that'll tick up by 1 here. The Annihilators on the far side will need an 11 as well. And no. So that is the end of round 2. I've got the only treasure found so far, so it is going to be a holding 1 to nothing at the end of round 2. We'll go into priority for turn 3.
Today's video is sponsored by Baron of Dice, high quality, specially made tabletop wargaming dice, suitable for a wide variety of wargames from Conquest: The Last Argument of Kings, Marvel Crisis Protocol, and Infinity as well, among many others. Baron of Dice have dice just about suitable for any occasion you have.
So turn 3 priority, Stormcast got a 1, Skaven got a 2. They're going to take it, I'm assuming? Yep. So, heroic actions. What are you going to do? So you're going to go heroic healing on the Vermilord, 2d6, you need to roll under his bravery. And so that is under his bravery, so he heals D3 wounds. For 3. So he ticks back down to 5. And I'm going to do the same thing on my Star Drake. Which I don't roll under his bravery. I roll a 6. You know, I could have used that on one of the treasures, but whatever. So we then go into your prayers and magic. So you're going to actually go Pestilence from this Plague Furnace here on a 2+. Gets it, and that'll be a Great Plague as well. So we'll resolve the first Plague first. So on a 4+, my units will take a mortal wound. So we'll start with the Star Drake. He does, so D3 for 1. And the Retributors will take on a 4+. They do for D3 for 2. And so on a 4+, you will heal yourself as well. No. But we do get a Great Plague off. Alright, so you're going to use the Bubonic Black Plague Great Plague, which just does 2d6 mortal wounds to the closest unit. So 2d6, let's see what we get. 6, I mean, that's 2 dead Retributors. So I'm actually going to pick these 2 dudes up front here. And then we're going to roll 6 dice as we explode into your furnace. Can I kill you in return? 2 mortals, so 2 4-up wards on your furnace. Takes 1. So the Plague Priest at the back is going to try for Rabid on a 3+, re-rolling. Can re-roll thanks to your Great Plague. He gets it. And can do another Great Plague if he wants. So, Great Plague wise, you're going to do Crimson Will Curse, which just does a mortal wound to the Star Drake, and will continue to do mortal wounds to him and any friends around him. Last of your priests you've got over here is going to go. And gets his prayer off as well, going on the Plague Center Bearers. Yeah. You've then just got your wizard down here. So, going to try and cast the Dreaded Portal. So, let's see where we can get it. Yeah, you will. So, that's going to go off on the Retributors. So, 5 dice, each 4+ is a mortal wound. Just 1. And so, with the hero phase done, that'll go into movement then. Come back after it's all done. Alrighty, so movement-wise, the Verminlords moved up. Your center forces are coming up, starting to surround my poor Star Drake. Going into shooting though, the Verminlord is going to shoot the Paladins. Yep, hits with everything, and then wounds on 3s as well. 2. Any rend on these? 1. So a 3-up save on the Protectors, and they pass both. The first of the Plague Block Catapult is going to shoot the Protectors. So hits and wounds on the 2. Does not wound. Your other one has to pick a different target because he's just out of range. The Retributors again, or the Star Drake? The Star Drake. So hits on a 3. Hits and wounds on the 2 still. This is -2. Sorry, we're just going to make that target the Retributors because you're outside of 9 on the Star Drake who does have the Mirror Shield. So I'll go the -2 save on the Retributors. Nope, that'll fail. So D6 damage. 6. That's going to kill 2 Retributors. Alright, so 1 Retributor dying is going to put his damage into the Furnace. 6s. Nothing. And the other one into the Monks. Gets 1. So 1 monk goes Kismet. Alright, so charges starting with your Center Bearers. So 2d6. Let's see what we get. 6. The monks are going to charge as well. 3. So getting just. And lastly, the Verminlord is going to get in. And the Plague Furnace will charge as well. So I'm just going to stomp the Plague Monks for the Star Drake for monstrous reactions. No, I'm not. Apparently my claws are sore. Verminlord, what does he want to do? Stomp? Yep. 2+. No! No one's stomping. I mean, I do have big, giant, pointy sticks to stop you stomping me. Combat, who is fighting first? Center Bearers, cool. Alright, so the Plague Monks are piled in, and due to the Skaven's rule, they've got all their models in combat due to the bonus range they get. We're just going to do these 20 at a time. So first of all, we need 3s to hit. So this is the next 20 hits. You've got 15 hits already. So far you're at 24 hits with 9 of them and another 9 on your special rend. Going again. So these are 4 to wounds. These are a 37 on the no rend. So a 2-up save Thanks to all our defense, there will be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's cocked. 4 wounds. Alright, so 9 of these now are going to be on Ren -2. Need 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is enough there to take me out. So -2 means I will go to 3 4-up saves. I take the 3, that is my last lot of wounds. I do kill one of you back. However, I'm going to go down. We're going to put this into the Plague Monks. Each 6 is a dead Plague Monk. So 1, 2, 3 more dead Plague Monks. Alright, so we're going to attack the Plague Furnace. D3 mortal wounds on a 2+. I get it, so D3. For 1, a 4-up save or your furnace will go down. Nope. The Staff almost takes him out. Right, so 2d6 on the Vermalord for your attacks with the Plague Reapers. 7 this time, thank God. Stop rolling 11. Hitting on 3s. There'll be 3 mortal wounds. And the rest will hit. And 3s to wound. So that'll be 6. -1, so these will go to 3-up saves. Wow, I will fail. That is going to wipe the unit because you're currently damaged 3. Wow. Wow. Yeah, he did just wipe the unit, so only 3 of them were in range of an inch. So 6s. He takes a mortal wound back on a 5-up. He ignores it. Nope, he takes a mortal. Goes to 6. The Imperator will then go into the Vermalord. The Imperator's going to go, so we're going to go all-out attack with him. So we'll be hitting on 2s. And we'll be wounding on 3s. Just the 2. Ren -1, so these are a 5-up save. Fail 1, so 2 damage. So 2 5-up wards then. Takes both. And then 4 attacks from the Vicious Beak, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. So 2 on your 4-up saves now. Saved. Alright, so we're going to do the objective searches. So we'll go with your furnace here. You now need a 10 to search for that. Nope, so we'll tick up by 1. And then you will need the same 10 for the temple at the back. No, so they both tick up to 3. Alrighty, that was not a good turn for the Stormcast. We are going to go next, so first of all, I am going to go with, what am I going to do? Surviving Prayer. Relictor is going to go Healing Storm on the Imperator. Gets it and heals D3 for 3, so he's back to full health after the wounds you did at the end of combat. And yeah, my heroic action was at Finest Hour on him. So go into movement. So movement-wise, we just had the Annihilators make a run, and then I did their teleport once per game, moving the Stormcast there. This hopefully means they might be able to get a charge into the furnace if they can. Other than that, we have shooting. So I've got D6 shots with the Lord Imperator. We use Stormcaller Baton for 1, hits on a 3, and we'll wound on a 2. Wounds -1, so a 5-up, 5-up. And a 5-up ward. Saved. That is it for my shooting, so we'll go into charges. You know what? I'm actually not going to charge. I'm quite happy to stay there. Combat-wise, we are going to go the Imperator first, so we're going to go all-out attack with him. He hits on 2s now. Wounds on 2s, thanks to Finest Hour. So 3 at -1. Will be 4 damage in total there. 5 ups. Wow, only 1. 4 attacks from the doggo, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. 2, no rem, so these are 4-up saves. And 5-up wards. So both takes another 1. Wow. Goes to 9. And I guess you get your 3 monks. And so your Plague Monks, 2 attacks each, hitting on 3s, wanting 6. Wow, there is some 6s in there. So that'll be just 1 miss. So we'll roll the 3 of them and then 2 of them. Yep, so these are the 2 that aren't anything special. They both go through. 3 ups, save both of them, and then these are the ones that will be Ren -2. And of course you fail to wound there. But I do fail it. He will explode, the one that did die, so 6s. I do a mortal wound back to you. And then I'm going to roll my Star Soul Mace, 2 up. D3 mortals for just 1. So 1 more dies, and the champion has 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Only hits once. Wow. Wounds. Doesn't wound, and that Plague Monk survives somehow. So one of them will get to do a mortal wound back to me. No. But then you've got your Verminlord into the Imperator. So you have taken 9 wounds now. And so he has 3d3 attacks now. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, same as you got before. Hitting on 3s. It'll be 3 mortals. 2 misses, and then wounding on 3s. 3. So I do currently have a 2+ save. You're Ren -1, so 3 ups. Damage 3 for 5. Luckily, the Imperator has 7 wounds. I still could die with the Imperator though. End of combat on a 4+. D3 mortals for 1. I survive on a wound with the Imperator. That is the end of turn 3, and boy oh boy, I've not got many Stormcasts, but I do still hold the only treasures. So I'm going to go roll for my treasures. These guys can roll for another one. On an 11 they get it. Nope, but it does tick up by 1. We then have the Relictor over there who will need a 10. No. And so we go, priority for turn 4. Stormcast got a 6, I need that, and I am certainly going to be taking it. So, we're going to begin with the Relictor going with Healing Storm again. After, you know what, the Relictor is, and will generate a CP with the Lord, so generate a CP with the Lord first. He does. And Verminlord's going to try and generate a CP as well for himself. He does not. Healing Storm does not go off because it's a 4, even with the +1. And then we will have movement after that. And so movement is all done. We've just got some shooting with a Stormcaller baton. So D6 for 3, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. All wounds, so 3 at -1, so 5 up and then a 5 up ward. Past 1 with your armor and then 2 5 up wards. And take another. So on 10. Charges. We are going to go with the Annihilators. Gonna reroll that. 5 and that'll still fail. So we will charge with a Quest of Soulsworn then. The 5 and that'll fail as well. So no one's coming to help the Imperator. I'm obviously going to pick him to fight first. You're going to go all-out defense after my all-out attack. Let me kill you. Let me get something here. So we hit hit everything for 2s now. 3s to wound, just 2. These will be on a 4-up save. 2 4-up saves. Past 1, but damage 2, so 2 5-ups. Takes a wound. And then 4 attacks from the goodest of boys. Hits everything and doesn't wound with anything. So just another wound. 11. I mean, you've got your 1 Plague Monk there, I guess. 1 monk. I mean, hits once. 4+ to wound. Wounds. 3 up. Saved. On a 2+, he's going to take D3 mortals, and he takes a mortal wound. So on a 6, he's the banner, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep, so he can roll. Yeah, nothing. So he disappears. And now you got your Verminlord. Verminlord, 3d3 attacks. Oh, just 5 this time. 3s. Ooh, that's not as good. No mortals, which is good. And so 3s. Nothing! I live! He lives! Yay!
Oh, end of combat.
End of combat. Do I die though? No, I do live. Your Vermin Lord is stuck there, which is actually pretty good for me. I didn't want him escaping that. So we go into Skaven. You do have prayers to do first of all. I'm going to go heroic leadership on the Relictor, I guess, because I can't do healing.
Today's game is played on the fantastic battle mats from our longtime supporters, Mithras Games. Top quality battle mats from New Zealand that have a variety of different designs that can suit almost any battlefield you could imagine.
And then during the hero phase, I am going to attempt a rally. So 6s bring back a Retributor. You get 2 back. So you're going to try and cast an Arcane Bolt with the Vermin Lord there. So he gets it off. So I'm just going to remove the Imperator now because that will kill him at the end of the movement. And so the only other thing really, you've got no prayer over here. You're going to roll a dice for him just to see if he gets a 6. He doesn't. And then Rabbit from your Priest. Doesn't get it either. Can reroll. They both can reroll. So reroll here. Gets it, and it'll be a Great Plague if you want, but nothing's in 13, so re-rolling over there, and gets it. So with that was Rabbit on the Plague Monks. You've got movement, and we'll come back after all this is done. So as you're moving those Plague Sensor Bearers up, I am going to do a redeploy on the Retributors for 5 inches again. Alright, so both of your Plague Furnaces are going to shoot down here. We can roll them together because I've not got 10 models in the unit, so you will be 3s to hit. Both hit. 2s to wound with both of them. Both wounds. -2. I have got cover thanks to shooting through the forest. So we're on a 2-up save, but -2, 3, and 4. I fail 1. So D6 damage on me. 4 kills 2 of them. We're going to remove the 2, so he now has a 9-inch charge. And really, this is going to be a big one on what the game hinges on here. 9-inch charges ahoy. Who is rolling their charge first?
I'll go with sensors.
Sensors. 6, so they're not going to get into anyone. Do you wish to re-roll them or save your re-roll for one of the other 2?
No, I'll go use them again.
Re-roll them again, so you're going to try and use them. 7, nope. No. So your Furnace needs a 9. 6, no. And then your Vermin Lord, can I survive here? No. So, combat. First of all, Monstrous Rampages. You've got a Stomp to do on a 2+. D3 mortal wounds. For 1. So I'm going to take a wound on one of them. And then you get to pick the first fight. So I'm assuming it's going to be him. So 3d3 attacks. What was that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks. And so you're using his +1 to hit, +1 to wound command trait. I've gone for all out defense, so you still hit on 2s, and it'll be a mortal wound, so that will kill one of them. But then we have 2s to wound as well. Come back, dice. 2s to wound. Or wound, that is not good. 5. Yeah. See what we get. Only one will fail. So I have a 4 up. But damage 3, so that will kill another and put a wound on 1. So I have 2 dice. 2 guys. They are Thunderstrike, so they get an extra dice to roll. So 6s. For a mortal wound on him. 5 up here ignores it. Nope, takes another. So the Quest Assaults one attack back, 3s to hit, and 3s to wound. 3 wounds, these will be on your 5 up save now. So there'll be 4 damage, and you must pass all of these on your 5 up ward. Nope, he does go down. So we've got treasure, because this really will determine whether the game goes in my favour. So first of all, they will need a 9 on your plague sense bearers. Get it, so they got the treasure. Okay, that's big. And then the plague furnace, I guess, at the back, because it just completely stops me being able to get it. 9, he'll get it as well. Alright, so we're going to roll for turn 5 now, because if priority does not go my way, there's nothing I can do to win. I got a 1. You got a 1. You did just have it, so I will get priority. So there's only one course of action here. I literally just need to... I'm going to do a rally on these guys. So 4 dice to see how many I can get on them. I get 1 back. And then I must succeed on one of these to even have an attempt for a draw. So I need a 10 here. 9 does not do it. And then I need a 9 over there. Watch me not roll a 9 for this one. 7. I don't. So because I didn't get either, that means I max can score 1 point, because I don't see me taking the points off either of your units. So that will be the end of the game. Skaven will win a 2-1, potentially even 3-1 victory if you can kill the unit, really. So that is that. Skaven victory versus Stormcast. Thank you very much for the game, man.